You rock, my friends. You Rock podcast is for women like you who want to own your life and live an engaged and joyful life. Hosted by Dr. Aliyah Majid, mom of 3, devoted wife, and a scientist turned life coach on a mission to empower women to take control of their lives. In this podcast, we deliver tools, insights, and inspiration on rocking your own life, owning to your highest potential, and becoming the best version of you. Now, here's your host, Dr. Aliyah Majid.
Hello, Assalamualaikum, and welcome back again to You Rock podcast for ambitious women to go after the life that they want. And today we'll be discussing about how to keep showing up even when things gets really hard in your life. So, are you feeling depressed, unmotivated, or down, and you feel like you want to stuck in your bed because of the things that happen in your life? Maybe you had a fight with the loved one, or maybe you are just feeling down from the challenges that you are facing. To be honest, I get sometimes people ask me how I keep motivated and show up, because they feel like they cannot show up as a better self, and some might feel like they are moving forward and making a little progress, but then they start to stop and be frustrated with themselves, and instead of continuously making progress in whatever that they have decided to pursue. When things get hard, maybe you feel like you just don't want to face it anymore. First of all, what I want to tell you is that it is normal to face this thing, and I also have my times when I feel like I'm demotivated to do something. And let me share you one example of my life that when I feel like I was really demotivated and depressed and down. And that was when on my 3rd year of my PhD study in Japan. So it is my last semester 6, and I should be able to graduate on time. I just have to finish writing my thesis and defend my thesis to my supervisor and examiners. During that time, I was also just recently gave birth to my 3rd baby, and I was overwhelmed. And honestly, because of a newborn, I don't have enough sleep, and I was tired, and I am really overwhelmed. So just a little bit of background. I did my PhD in engineering, and I was self-funded, meaning that I paid for my own tuition fee for my PhD, and this puts pressure on me, meaning that I am the one responsible to finish my study, because if I don't do that, I have to extend my study, and I have to save a lot of money to get back. To make sure that I can graduate on the next semester. So that is not motivating for me to just be letting go and not finishing on time, because that's just not an option for me. Especially because think about the cost that I have to also bear if I have to postpone my graduation, because I was pursuing my study by my own, meaning that I have to also support my family with the money that I get doing the part-time job as the research associate in the university. So it's just not possible for me to just give up. But to be honest, I don't have the energy. I kind of in a really dark place during that time. I had a lot of anxiety and panic attack. Before I share with you guys what I did and how did I move forward, I just want to make sure that you guys are also taking care of yourself. If you are in the dark place, you have to do what works for you. Maybe you need to find a person that you can talk to, maybe go to a therapy, meditation and doing exercises, and any combination of those activities that can help you heal from your depressed state. Seeking help is really important, and know that it is not something that is wrong with you, because in reality is that most of us might have experienced this, and maybe at a different stage in our life, and there are help and support out there that you can seek to help you to get better too. Okay, so back to my story, what I did is that I remember that I want to give up and postpone my graduation that year, because I mentioned just now that's just not an option. So I know I have to get back on track and be showing up, so that I just have to finish it. So what I did is that I just surrender. I know that I need help, so I search for help. Of course, I search for help from Allah. I surrender. I call for Allah. I make sure that anything I do, I keep in mind that Allah is there for me and show me to the right path, and I ask for guidance and clarity. And I really take it slow and breathe and be gentle with myself, and I show up in each day and making progress, showing up to just be me and progressing. It's not like making the showing up and perform or whatever, but just showing up and doing what's true to me, taking action small step at a time. Because for me, when things get hard, you feel like you are giving up. In reality is that you can take it slow and be gentle with yourself, and knowing that whatever challenges that it is in front of you right now, it is there for you. So it's not something that is made to make you stop and to make you give up in anything that you want to do. So it is designed, God give these tests, these challenges to you for you to learn to overcome it. Are you struggling to find time for yourself or for things that matters to you? Or if you even ever find some time, you found that you can't simply slow down and stop thinking about work. If you are one of those women, you'll benefit from the Success Accelerator program, my 12 weeks one-on-one success and productivity coaching program that helps you to do less and get more work done, so that you can spend more time doing things you love. Book a free call with me at draliamajid.com/coaching, or you can do a self-assessment using my free life audit workbook at draliamajid.com/life audit. Many people think that when they are feeling depressed, down and demotivated, they may not do whatever thing that they have planned to do. Maybe you have planned to do something this month, this week, or today, but things just doesn't go out that way, and that is life, right? Challenges comes, and when these challenges comes and you don't make any progress and you put it aside, whatever that you have planned doing, so many people think that they are procrastinating because they just want to avoid the work, and they want to be, as much as they can, be suppressing the emotion that they have and running away from that, from really facing whatever the emotion that has crept up because of a certain challenges in your life. Many people think that they are doing this because they procrastinate on doing it, because they are just avoiding the work. The truth is that it is caused by stress and the fact that we want to feel good right now, meaning that you just want to feel better. When you are demotivated, when you are down, You just want to be better, right? So if we cope with the stress by knowing the reason for procrastination, the reason for you not showing up for yourself, by knowing it deeply, we can eliminate the procrastination habit that you have in your life. Before changing even start, it is also about finding the deepest motivation to change that drives you to create a lasting change in your life. For example, in start of the year, you determine that you want to change this year. You want to be more productive. You want to find a career that you love. Maybe you want to start your side hustle, or maybe you want to just clean your house more. You want to create a more comfortable house. Okay, some people just say that they want to change, but then they didn't really take the action that is required to create this change. What happens is that resistance will come soon after you decided that you want to make changes in your life. When you expect that this resistance is there, you can also overcome it. What motivates us really is that the drive to release the discomfort in our life, and it must come from within ourselves. So what this means is that although you might find motivation from external sources, you are inspired by some other people, maybe they have like better house, maybe they have a better career, maybe you are inspired to live the way like the person that you look up to. But the number one drive to really motivates us to continuously pursue change, to continuously keep showing up in whatever that we have determined to do, is actually from within yourself. It's hard to find the root cause of things in your life. For example, you might think that the distractions that you face when you are procrastinating a certain thing, you might blame that social media, you might blame your kids, you might blame other external sources, maybe the politics, government, weather, whatever outside of our control. These are the proximate causes. They are not the root cause of the problem that you are facing. Without finding out and understanding the root causes that was making us stuck, being the victim of the tragedy of our own creation, you cannot move forward. You cannot be continuously create change, lasting change in your life. So let's take for example a kid who spends all day playing with their video games. So despite what the parents may say, it's not quite right to say that the kid have lack of motivation. It's because it takes hours of focus and practice to win an epic battle in their game. So the kid is actually motivated to play games because in them they find way to escape boring schoolwork or nagging parents. So by playing the video game, it's just a quick and easy relief from dealing with the discomfort that they have. That is the other important thing to remember. We humans like water, right? We like to seek the path of least resistance. If you just take a cup of water and you pour it down on your table, it will flow everywhere, right? But if you make a wall with some blocks before pouring out the water, this water will flow down at the places without the obstacles, right? So think about yourself when you are creating change in your life. We are humans and we are just like water. We will seek the path of least resistance. In order for you to create lasting changes in your life, you have to find what is within yourself that can be your intrinsic motivation that push you even when you feel down, even when you feel like the whole world is against you. Find your self-motivation. There are 3 types of motivation, which is number 1, the external motivation. And then number 2 is using guilt to do something. And third one is the deep intrinsic motivation, which is our goal. So let's talk about cleaning your kitchen. Okay, maybe you want a cleaner kitchen. There are several kind of motivations at play, even in just a simple act of cleaning your kitchen. So, but some of them will lead to a cleaner kitchen over time and lasting changes in your life. So let's start with the type of motivation that don't work, like external motivation. Imagine you clean the kitchen because your spouse asks you to, and you want to avoid an argument. So meaning that maybe the kitchen is just really dirty, and your spouse tell you that please clean up the kitchen, right? So maybe at that moment you feel like, okay, you will do it, and that's it. External motivation is not stable, meaning that one day you feel like, okay, you are excited to do it, you are motivated to do it, but when there's no external pressure, external reminder from your spouse, maybe you will stop doing it, right? And then the second kind of motivation is where you use guilt to do something. So here comes the phrase of I should do it. You feel guilty because your kitchen looks kind of dirty, and you feel like I should just clean it up, I should do it. So you tell yourself I should do it. This is also an unstable source of emotion. No, this is also an unstable source of motivation because it doesn't lead to sustainable engagement. What this means is that you feel guilty about something. That's the only way, that's the only that's the only reason why you are doing something. But the third kind of motivation is when you do it because you want to, in a way that feels more like play. You enjoy doing what you are doing and even lose the sense of time. It has nothing to do with your identity. You are just in flow. This is what called the deep intrinsic motivation. This is what autonomous motivation looks like. This is the kind of motivation that you can depend on for sustainable change in your life. When you find your big why for doing the things you do, then your behavior changes. It has to come from within. Ask yourself these 3 questions that will help you uncover your intrinsic motivation. These 3 questions loosely deal with the past, present, and future, and to attempt to nudge your past abstract thoughts and towards concrete action forward. Describe an experience where you felt extremely engaged and happy with the work you've contributed in the past. What does your ideal day look like? And lastly, what would you love to be doing 3 years from now? So comment below and remember to share this podcast to those who you think might benefit from this, and keep in touch. DM me on my Instagram. So that's all for this week's podcast. Remember to start your day with intention, love what you do, and end your day with gratitude. I'll see you next week. Assalamualaikum. Are you struggling to find time for yourself or for things that matters to you? Or if you even ever find some time, you found that you can't simply slow down and stop thinking about work. If you are one of those women, you'll benefit from the Success Accelerator program, my 12 weeks one-on-one success and productivity coaching program that helps you to do less and get more work done so that you can spend more time doing things you love. Book a free call with me at draliamajid.com/coaching, or you can do a self-assessment using my free life audit workbook at draliamajid.com/life audit. Or you can even join my Facebook group from the link below. Again, thanks so much for tuning in. Bye-bye. Assalamualaikum.